have another ace has gone from the top stock to the bottom. So you have two aces on top and two aces on bottom. However, at the bottom, the selection is now sandwiched in between those two aces. Now, the idea is to produce the four aces using an idea, I believe, of Jack Carpenter's that appeared in an issue of Epilogue. I have to check the credits at the end of this for that. But essentially, you're going to produce them in one move. And I do a slip cut, so I take the top portion to the right, maintaining pressure with this finger, keeping that card in the centre, but I also maintain a break at the back with my right thumb as this comes on top and I square up, maintaining that break. So I've got an ace on the bottom, an ace on the top. There's still two aces on bottom with a selection in between. Now at this moment I cut the top portion to the left, and essentially we're going to riffle shuffle the cards together, but in such a way that I can section off or mark off the relevant aces. So I have an ace on top and bottom of this packet and two aces with a selection on the bottom here, in between there. So the idea is I'll do this very, very openly. I riffle off half of these cards and I then drop in two playing cards, which will be one ace with a selection above it. And I'll riffle off the rest of these cards, leaving one, half of these cards, drop that card in, the rest of these cards. I'll go through that again quickly, slightly faster. So this is done normally in this position, but I'll leave it out this angle for the camera. So you drop half, drop two, drop the rest of these, leaving one, drop half of these, leave that in, drop that on top. Now what this means is if I pick up this portion, essentially the card's like this, so I can pick up almost the entire stock but leave these bottom cards. If you play with this, you'll understand this perfectly. So you just lift up and you'll be in this condition. But what you're going to do is lift up and slap it to the left, so it looks as if they appear from the middle. Now if we do that at speed, so it's like this, it looks as if those cards have just appeared. Now what's happened is, because of the nature of that shuffle, when you drop two, when you turn over and display the cards, this ace here will in fact be a double, so the selection is hidden behind it. But because it's raised from the table, it's in between, in the middle of the pack, you can cleanly come over and drop it without fear of splitting it and turn over. So you now have a double here, which shouldn't be suspected. Pick these up, and at this point I don't know what suit the card is, so as these go in the hand, you gesture and move these. I push the block over and spot the suit of this card. In this case it's a spade. Now in order to produce that spade, all I have to do, in order to hide this spade, I have to just simply put it to the second from top. If I spotted and that was a five of diamonds, I'd put the diamonds to the second position. If it was a hearts, in doing this I would put the hearts in the position second from the top. I'll come on to what to do if we were in this position where you spread and you have a spade on the bottom which is covering the selection, which is also a spade. I'll come on to that in a moment. But so we're in this position, the spade is second from top. Turn everything down, spread off again. Now if you spread off four, the selection will be on top, obviously because you've turned the pack over. You have an ace, an ace. Now this relevant card, the spade, will be hidden. And what you're going to do is table that as a double card as they fall. So now the spade is hidden here as you spin this and show this to be the five of spades. Now what to do if the five of spades is here and the ace is on top, ace of spades is on top. So you spread the cards and you can't move that ace to the second position. What you do is, instead of closing up, is you put these right hand cards underneath and turn everything over. Now when you spread off, instead of the selection being the top card, it's actually this card, in which case you can throw that one out, come back and table these, and the ace will still be hidden here. And that's Shades of Hofzinser. This is a very simple coincidence or prediction type effect from a shuffle pack, which you can freely have shuffled and cut by the spectators. And then at some point, so this is very, very simple. What I want you to do is cut the cards wherever you like. And from that position, we'll try and contrive a coincidence to happen. In fact, just say stop for me. So you go through, they say stop, cut the cards. Okay, a king. It's quite a high card to cut to. Would you place it in the pack wherever you like? So you just run through the cards with your thumb, and at some point, or they can just push it in flush, but somewhere it gets pushed into the pack freely. And you say, well, we can leave this face up, so you can see exactly what cards were next to the king. Now remember, this is a freely shuffle pack. You chose the king of clubs and placed it wherever you liked in the pack, and here you found the 4 of clubs and the 8 of clubs. Now I said I was going to contrive a coincidence to happen, so I'll see if I can do that. Here, we just cut. Hopefully, we should find a king, which is odd. It'd be better if we could just somehow cause that to disappear, go and search for 2 other cards in the pack. In this case, hopefully, the 8 of diamonds and the 4 of clubs. Right, this is a prophecy shift. And the idea is here is to show my variation of Bill Simon's business card prophecy move. What you can do is, in the trick you saw on screen, you have these 6 cards, so 2 sevens, 5 queen, 5 queen. Of course, you can use any values as long as you have a pair, followed by all 3 pseudo. You have 3 pseudo mates, 3 pairs, but you have them orientated. 2 sevens in this case, a 5 queen and a 5 queen. And these are palmed in the right hand. The deck is shuffled. When you retrieve the deck, these are added to the top. And you take a break on the top 2 cards. So in this case, it will be the 2 sevens. And these are cut to somewhere about 3/4 of the way down in the pack. And maintain the break. So you'll have 2 sevens on the bottom, followed by the 5 queen and the 5 queen. You're now going to riffle force that position, so someone says stop, they say stop here, lift off on the break and cut, so you now have the 5. Now, Bill Simon has an excellent move, business card prophecy move, which is fantastic, and this was really a way to do that openly and without having to spread through and cut the cards. So it's actually done with a classic pass. So this is placed face down wherever they like in the middle. With the right finger you push up on the face, get a break at the back, like this. And as you move it over to the side, you're going to execute a classic pass around that card. Do this slowly, like this, as you turn it apparently face up. So now you've cut the pack around that 5. Let's just do that again. So what it should look like is you're saying, in fact, we'll just leave this face up. So the misdirection of this card turning over should cover the pass. Now in this position, you now show that the cards that it's been placed in between, and you place these down. It depends how you want to handle it, but I maintain a break at this point, because here I have the 5, the queen and the 7. So I maintain a break in the middle. I say, now, what have you hit? You hit a 5, and you place that in between the queen and the 7. Let's see if I can mimic that. So you said stop at a random point, and you can highlight the fact that they shuffled the cards. And oh, that's interesting, I found a 5. And then I think I did a classic pass, which sent the 5 in search of 2 cards in the pack, which will also be the queen and the 7 in the same orientation. Here's just some more details on handling the business card prophecy move with the classic pass. So essentially you're going to cut the cards around the selection whilst apparently just turning it face up. So the card's in the middle, and you push up with the first finger like this, which allows you to form a break at the back of the pack. You only have to push up slightly in order to get that break. Now, your right hand now comes over, and you're essentially just going to go into the position for the classic pass, but you have to get this card out of the way to some extent to enable the pass to happen, and also to allow your fingers to get in the correct position to grip the cards. So you just move it over to one side slightly as you pick the deck up. And now my hands are in position for the classic pass. In fact, it doesn't have to be that far over, it can be there. So I'm ready to do a classic pass, but up at the fingertips. Now at this point, if you just do a pass, the pressure on your finger will allow that card to stay in position. It will just stay right there. So to cover this action, with words also saying we'll just leave that card face up in the pack, what happens is your hand, as you do the pass, tilts this way, allowing it to go on top. So you